US-based global consultancy Bane and Co will wind down its operations in South Africa, but will remain part of the B20 engagement group until November, when South Africa hands over the presidency of the G20 to the United States of America. The firm, which was found by the Zondo Commission to be a key figure in state capture, said it would keep its offices in Johannesburg as a service hub supporting its global operations. Black Business Council CEO Kganki Matabane joins us now to share their point of view. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Matabane. Thanks very much for your time. Unhappy at all that Bain continues to do work with business organizations and the government here, given, of course, what was revealed during the state capture inquiry.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to the viewers. We are still extremely unhappy because, as we all know, Bain and their friends Mckenzie have they nearly collapsed our country. Bain in particular nearly collapsed SARS, and as such, we are still of the opinion that BUSA and BLSA that are continuing using Mckenzie and Bain for B20, they are not supposed to do that because, in our view, they are busy themselves. They are busy promoting corruption because you don't try and utilize and justify why you're utilizing someone who have accepted that they are corrupt, have accepted and even paid back some of the money because they've done something wrong. They nearly collapsed our country. And we're still on that matter that the president, we're calling on the president not to accept any report from B20 that is driven by BUSA and BLSA because those reports are tainted by corruption through Mckenzie and Bain. And we welcome the fact that the customers have basically pushed away Bain to move away from South Africa because they are not given any business. Hence, we're saying anyone who uses Mckenzie and Bain is complicit for corruption.
Well, I mean, they are denying it all. I mean, they are contesting their banishment from doing business with the state because they're adamant that they never committed any wrong.
Yeah, but remember, they accepted, and that is on record. They have accepted, and they've paid back the money. Any other person who does business with anyone and decide to pay back the money, that is an acceptance of guilt. So you don't pay back the money just because you love that other country or you love that company. It's because you are found guilty. So for us, whether they contest or not, from an action point of view, they've accepted. So we should take that and then deal with them accordingly. And we applaud National Treasury for making sure that they're not going to be able to do any business with Bain for 10 years. And again, we're saying, if you do any corruption in South Africa, we need to be very consistent on how we treat people who are corrupt. We have posed this question to BUSA and BLSA about the Guptas to say, if you are then forgiving Mckenzie and Bain, if the Guptas come back to South Africa and pay back the money, are you going to forgive them? And they said no. So you can see this inconsistency in treating corruption. And if we want to deal with the corruption decisively, we should not be selective in our approach. And interestingly, one of the themes that the B20 is supposed to deal with is corruption, which is, for us, we found it very laughable because you can't then say you are dealing with corruption on one side while you are busy utilizing the very same companies that have accepted that they are corrupt on the same process. So you are basically tainting the entire B20 process and rendering it irrelevant.
Well, Treasury has distanced itself for its part.
Yes, the Treasury have done what they're supposed to do. Even the president has done what he was supposed to do when he issued the media statement. But we are saying to him, don't accept any report from B20, because all those reports are drafted and driven by McKenzie and Bain. So by accepting them, indirectly you are saying you are also accepting corruption.
That's why we're going to leave it for today. Mr. Kganki Matabane, let me thank you very much for your time as the CEO of the Black Business Council. Unhappy about the fact that a company that was implicated in state capture is still being used or part of the government's organization of the B20, which is the business arm of the G20.